All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how this works.
Yeah.
We take your fascinating source material and we extract the most thought-provoking nuggets.
Oh, right.
And today,
Yeah.
we are tackling a question that's probably crossed all of our minds at some point.
Oh, yeah.
How much control do we really have
Yeah.
over the choices that we make? And you guys sent in some really intriguing research for this one.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you. It
Yes.
suggests that our environment and our experiences might play a bigger role than we think.
Yeah.
But before we all get freaked out,
Right.
we are also going to explore how to break free from those limitations
Okay.
and open up a world of new possibilities for ourselves.
I like it.
So to help me unpack all this, we often pride ourselves on being these independent thinkers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the research that you sent in, it really challenges that notion,
It really does.
suggesting that our environment heavily shapes not just our choices, but even our perception of what is a choice.
It's true.
I loved that the source uses this really great example to illustrate this.
Yeah.
So imagine someone who has only ever eaten pizza their whole life.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
They might genuinely believe that pizza is their favorite food,
Yeah.
but have they really had the chance to even form a true preference?
That's the question.
You know, how can you really know what you like if you've never even explored the alternative?
You can't.
It's impossible. And it makes you wonder how many of our own preferences,
Oh, totally.
you know, from music to career paths, are actually based on this limited exposure
Yeah.
rather than genuine preference.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
And it's not just about, like, you know, what kind of music you like or what you want to eat.
Right.
This limited exposure can have some real world consequences. Like, think about career choices.
Yeah.
If you only grow up seeing certain types of professions, you might not even consider other fields. That could be a way better fit for you, for
Right.
your talents and your passions.
It's almost like you're programmed
Totally.
to follow a certain path
Yeah.
without even realizing that there are so many other roads that you could take.
You're just on the conveyor belt of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, okay, so let's say hypothetically
Okay.
that somebody tries all the foods
Okay.
and they still love pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not a genuine preference?
I mean,
How do we know?
That's a really great question. And it kind of gets at the heart of this, like, nature versus nurture thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, on the one hand, our genes obviously play a role.
Sure.
Like, they influence what we're predisposed to.
Yeah.
But then you have this whole other side,
Yeah.
which is that our environment plays a huge role
Okay.
in shaping how those predispositions actually manifest.
I see.
So think of it like a seed, right?
Yeah.
Even if a seed has the potential to grow into this beautiful flower,
Right.
it needs the right conditions.
Yeah.
It needs the right soil,
Yeah.
the right sunlight and water
Makes sense.
to actually flourish.
Yeah. So what does all this mean for us? How do we break free from these limitations that
Right.
we maybe don't even know that we have?
Exactly. And that's where experience comes in.
Okay.
The source really emphasizes the power of trying new things.
Like what?
It could be anything, like engaging with different kinds of art,
Yeah.
connecting with people from different backgrounds,
Okay.
maybe exploring a new field of study.
Okay.
It could even be like learning a new language.
Yeah.
Point is that each new experience that we have
Yeah.
expands our understanding, not only of ourselves,
Okay.
but also of the world around us.
Interesting. You know, that reminds me of this time
Okay.
when I tried rock climbing for the first time. I never considered myself an athletic person at all,
Okay.
but I had this friend who kind of convinced me to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I ended up getting totally hooked.
Oh, wow.
I was like shocked.
Yeah.
Totally changed how I saw myself
Yeah.
and what I thought that I was capable of.
I love that. That's such a great example of how
Yeah.
trying something new can really unlock like a whole other dimension of yourself.
Absolutely.
And it kind of leads into another important point here,
Okay.
which is this idea of challenging what we think of as conventional success.
Oh, interesting.
Because so often, society pushes us toward this very narrow definition of success.
What do you mean?
You know, good grades,
Okay.
stable job,
Yeah.
financial security. But the research that we're looking at today argues that fulfillment can actually come from so many different places.
It's true. You know, it makes you wonder, how much has this idea of conventional success
Yeah.
actually limited our own thinking about what is even possible for us?
For sure.
Have you ever felt pressure
Oh, yeah?
to follow a path that deep down
Yeah.
didn't really resonate with you,
Absolutely.
with your strengths,
Yeah.
your interests, your values?
Happens all the time. And I think it's something that's really worth reflecting on.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So then what's the solution?
Well, the research points to something called intentional exploration.
What's that?
It's basically this idea of actively seeking out experiences
Oh,
that challenge your assumptions
okay.
and push you outside of your comfort
I
zone.
like that. So it's not just about, passively consuming information.
Right.
It's about actively engaging with the world in new ways.
Exactly.
So instead of just reading about different cultures,
Yeah,
I should actually go experience them.
exactly.
Right.
It's about actually seeking out diverse perspectives and engaging with them on a deeper level.
I could see how that would feel uncomfortable
It can be.
to some people,
Yeah,
but the potential rewards are huge.
totally.
It's like discovering this hidden talent or a passion
Yeah.
that you never even knew you had.
You never know what you might find.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the key takeaway here is that even though our past shapes us, it doesn't have to define us.
Right.
We have the power to move forward in a new direction and intentionally explore these new things
Yes.
and gain these fresh perspectives
Yeah.
and ultimately make choices that are in alignment with who we truly want to be.
Well, I love that.
And that's powerful.
It's incredibly empowering.
Yeah. So even if we didn't have total control
Okay.
over the experiences that shaped us in the past,
Yeah,
we can control how we move forward.
that's right.
That's amazing. So to wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
it seems like the biggest takeaway here is this.
Yeah.
We have way more power than we realize
Yeah.
to shape our future. And it all starts with this intentional exploration.
That's the key.
So as a final thought for everyone listening,
Okay.
what's one thing that you have always wanted to try, but maybe you felt held back from for whatever reason? What's stopping you?
Good question.